Hi everyone. I thought I'd give everybody just a tour of our farm here. This is a MEGG farm, so Montcheck Egg Farms, located just outside of Lanigan, Saskatchewan. And because of biosecurity, we like to make sure that we limit the amount of people, so I thought, well, this would be a great way to actually show the inside of the barn. One of the big things, and I mentioned it already, is biosecurity. We don't want any of the outside things coming into the barn, which is why we have fairly strict protocols for this. But you can see there's a line right here. This is kind of our access line where our outside stuff can stay on that side and our inside stuff on this side. So you can see I already have my inside shoes on and I have my coveralls, and we have for everybody who works at MEGG Farms all the outside clothes here and a facility here, or a sink to wash your hands. Make sure they're clean before you come into the barn. Now I want to kind of go through how the system works. So we have this big, it's kind of like a conveyor system where the eggs, and I'll show you how where the birds lay the eggs inside the barn. But the eggs effectively come down this little bit of a conveyor. They go into this packing system. These are 2.5 dozen little cartons, and they get put onto a pallet. Here, I'll show you the pallet. So this is our cool room. So it's always at 12 degrees, and you can see we only have about a pallet and a half in the room right now. We had a truck come and pick up the eggs earlier on today. This is temperature and humidity controlled in that room to meet the requirements of Star Egg in Saskatoon. So one of the other things that I like to just kind of point out to everybody is the mother kind of system, the motherboard of everything. So this is kind of like the brains of the operation. The brains of the operation monitor everything from our temperature in the barn to feed consumption, water consumption, venting rates, and if there's any error that exists at any point in time, we know about it right off the bat. So in other words, if water consumption is going down, we will be notified right away that there's something wrong for whatever reason. Either there's a line that's leaking, or and it's not getting to the birds, or there's some illness that we need to take care of in the barn. So similarly, so those were my shoes for here, but now I actually have to put on my galoshes, I guess some people call them. We call them rubber boots here. But anyways, you can see that this is another point where we change over, and I have to be a little bit quieter in there, so I'll have to whisper into the camera just so I don't spook the birds, but I'll show you exactly what the birds look like in there. So here's all our ladies. So in this barn we have roughly about 7,000 hens, laying hens. So we have 3 kind of alleyways, and we have birds all through the middle, and then you can see them up on the equipment here. And what we do is, and I'll get into the other side I think, but these are the feed. So the feed will come down into here, and then it'll get dispersed throughout the barn from a little bit of a chain system. And these are the watering systems. And again, like I said, that's all monitored from that mother computer system outside. Again, we have to be a little bit slower so we don't spook the birds. But I'll show you inside exactly what they do. So they're free to run around. This is called an aviary laying hen barn. So it's a little bit different. All the barns have their pluses and minuses, whether it's enriched housing or the conventional housing system. But you can see, so this is where they would lay their eggs. These are what we call nest boxes. So in the morning when they wake up, these move back, and the hens will naturally want to come in here to lay their egg. And if you look way down in there, you can see there's a conveyor belt that will then, so that the eggs roll down and they'll go onto that conveyor, and then they'll come up the other side. So these are the birds up top where they can roost. And on the top and the bottom level, there's the feed system. So you can see this is the feed that they would be eating, and it's a mixture mainly of wheat and soy and different minerals, all to have a balanced ration that is actually weekly regulated as well by our feed company that we have, that we purchase from. But you can see the birds are have the ability to go around in this facility, and there's like I said before, roughly about 7,000 birds, and we do have the capacity to put in about 10,000. You can see one of the things that I always talk about is how birds have the natural instinct to flock together. So you can see with me standing right here, not a lot of birds are around me, but they just naturally want to flock together. So you can see them kind of over there, and they'll space out a little bit after I leave, but that's kind of the nature of the birds. So I hope you enjoyed the virtual tour here of MEGG Farms, and would appreciate if you have any questions to just ask. Okay, thank you.